Oh, yo, yes, good morning once again. You already know they call me the slimmest of them, or call me Slimmy, call me Aditolodemwale. Yes, now your number one family entertainment channel. I've been telling her, saying I just shakily break me they go for because I know say once 8:30 reach for a Wednesday, I know we are supposed day. And obviously, I know the day here alone for a Wednesday, and the day with the legal practitioner, the boss himself when it comes to law. The person will read down, they can't say don't even they certified. You understand? The person will understand the law, shop the law. He die, he sleep, he wake up, and see the law dey inside his head. For a couple of days now, we have been talking about legal side of hosting events, because now wey activities don return back to normal, you just get some things wey be say if na do now based on the new law wey dey ground, if you no know am, e fit become a case on top your head. So why don't you just join us on top the show this morning, and of course tell others wey dey miss the show say this show no be show to miss because e get a lot of things wey be say una sef go learn, no go wan carry last on top the matter. Anyways, barrister is looking too serious for me this morning. I don't know if you have a case on ground. I don't know. Barrister, who offended you first?
Are you?
No, it can't be me.
You call
See
me
what?
You call me boss. I be coaster. I never pass boss. I trailer I don't be now.
I think lawyers are comedians too, by the way. They're like my side hustle for you guys. Because you play with words a lot, so what do I say? It feels good to have you.
Oh wow, nice to have every one of us back
Yep.
here, and to the glory of God, we are doing well. Today we want to conclude.
Yes, so yes,
conclude.
Today
Conclude.
we are finishing it
on the area of the legal side of hosting events. And I can explain last time when I came that the legal side of hosting event does not mean that when you only have an event place. It means that when you are hosting events, you are simply saying that I want to have people around me for a particular event. It can even be the event of your school reunion, it can be your children party, it can even be your house fellowship or just your people around you. But as long as you are undertaking the responsibility of being the host, believe me, even if it's just a religious gathering, a prayer meeting, or just some of you they call it self-fellowship, or what you call it an asalatu, just a little one that you're gathering. The moment that you are the host, you are the one that is saying, come, I will be the one to take responsibility, whether for the venue. Probably you are the one that is sourcing the venue. So you can even have collection of hosts. You, go and look for the venue. That makes you host. Or I'm coming to my house, or come to my house and come and do it. Yes, but as long as it relates to that issue, you cannot run away from the attendant liabilities or the attendant legalities where we say is around that hosting. And there are two basic areas of liabilities or law or they have to look at. Number one is in terms of compliance with the law and in terms of responsibility to those who come to the place. We have said that compliance with the law means that you are saying the law says do the party between this hour and hour, or do this event between this hour, and you must comply. Or don't have more than this stated number of people. Or don't, like a time when in Lagos, for instance, people would just ordinarily close the road. They will close the road for party. You pass the road in the morning, by the time you are coming back in the evening, they are telling somebody is telling you
go and turn. I be so annoying.
Go and turn around. You're asking what?
Why?
How? Now it became so bad that during the time of Ashola, you have to say, look, no more street parties. And you know what? Because of the fact that people are so they don't used to that thing. Some people still went ahead to say, "Now lie, where we dey? If I from Lausa." And they no go come arrest us. So they still did party on the street. Of course, they were arrested. The host was arrested. Even some of the people that went to the party were arrested because there's a law concerning that issue. Or they say, don't invite these underage people. You add a gig. Let's call it a gig. Probably like a public gig that you say, come and pay your fees. Because even if you're having that gig, you are a host. You're having a show, like an award show, people are invited people, you are the host. So host means not necessarily the event planner. Event planner will be responsible to the host. Are you understanding me? There are also liabilities for event planners. Their own day. But the host will take responsibility for what even the event planner does. So you brought somebody to come and cook for your food, cook food for you guys, and the person does not cook in compliance with the law, then that means that there's some illegality in that party. So you have to undertake the responsibility for that. So understand that issue, that compliance of law is one. Then responsibility to the people around or the people that attend or that are involved in that event. Like instance, the people that came to sit with you for that event, or even the people that you not invite who came in, who became like a nuisance to you and you have to dislodge, you have to take them away. But in course of trying to dislodge them, probably the person did something wrong, and before you know, blows were dealt on this person, and he falls down and faints or dies. You're taking responsibility. Somebody comes in and then there's a broken bottle that they stepped on. You take responsibility. So that's why you have to be very sure, and that's what we're talking about last week. That took us a while to get into or to really treat that. Look, don't take feelings for law, or I feel that I invited them and they ought to take care of themselves. Yes, they ought to. But have you also put measures in place? Measures in place. That's why, there's nothing wrong in letting people know that take care of your personal effects. Put it there that, look, yes, we are going to make sure as much as possible. I went for one like a place of worship one time, and brilliantly, I was a guest speaker there for issue of law. When I got there, they parked me where they even park their leaders and things like that. But as I was parking the car and I came down, I realized that on the wall of that car was a notice conspicuously displayed. Even that was where even their ogas park. They said, we will make sure or ensure, we will try our best to make sure that your properties are safe within these premises. However, we shall not take responsibility for any loss occasioned.
Are they not contradicting themselves?
No. We will take care. You understand me? Part of our, we will take care of it. So what they are saying is that don't put a phone in your car. Secure your car very well. Your tag, your sticker we gave you, don't leave it carelessly. Because if you leave it carelessly, somebody take your car and then goes out. We have done all we can do. We'll do. But, if anything happens to your car,
it's not a business.
Even in banks, they will ask you to park your car in this place. More or less because, yes, like they are your hosts. You came for a banking transaction. So for that purpose, they are your host for that transaction. So what they have said is that, look, even one of the banks, they said vehicles and contents are packed up. So it's not as if that maybe there's a vehicle and nothing happened to the vehicle, but when they come, they boggle the vehicle to bring out.
But also to park there, barrister.
That's it. They're telling you that, look, it's part of our responsibility to provide the car for you, a car space for you. But we will not take responsibility. That's one of the things that you have to know about events. Let's call it exclusion liability clause or exclusion of liability. They're telling them, look, I will not take responsibility. I will not. So even some like some.
But okay, sir. If I parked there and there was nothing written on the wall, there was no inscription
then they take it.
Cars, okay, there was nothing like that. So who ends up to pay?
No. If there was nothing like that, you see, it can be reasonably assumed that they are the one that put you in that jeopardy. And there was no sense of warning.
Okay.
So if I've seen some religious organizations, they'll have like a vigil or some events, and they tell people to park even as much as park on the road. And there is no adequate preparation. Sometimes the cars are not even stolen. It's just that they are towed away by the local government and what have you. One of the things is once you are hosting an event, you owe it a duty for those who are coming to that place to warn them of all possible dangers. To let them know that, look, parking on that road, when you call, or if you're going to ask for an indulgence from local government, ensure that you have gone to that extent to ensure that when they park, it will not become a liability to them. Because if I come to you and, you give me impression that it's safe to park there, and that could be problematic.
Okay.
And that's why you even some shops nowadays, they take it that look, they try to warn, no, don't park there, don't park there. They will tow that car, please come and park here, please come and park here. You understand me? But otherwise, technically or tactically, they make sure that nobody's around to warn you. So it's not as if there is a person saying park there and the person.
So if you park there,
it's on your risk. I understand me. So technically, they make sure that nobody's there to tell you anything because we did not ask you to park there. You park there on your own. So that's it.
Anyways, we are not going to be on our own anymore. We need to go for a quick break. Now, when we come back, it will be time for you guys to interact with Barrister and myself in the studio. So stick around. We'll be right back.
Our people in the talk say ignorance of the law. No be excuse.
If my name is for property, my child no fit take that thing.
But I get one question. Now, if person die now and he put him wife or he put any of him relative as next.
Ignorance of the law no be excuse oh. That's na why we get one ogbonge program wey we dey call Legal Matta on top WAP TV. You fit interact with us on top the show or talk to Barrister Vincent through we phone numbers wey be 08173147589 and 08105434984. You still fit call us on top with Skype ID wey be WAP TV.
Okay, so guys, welcome back. Thank you so very much for staying tuned. We don't start since 8:30 and the journey no go end until 9. Wetin we dey relate now don dey on your screen. So we dey reason the legal side of hosting events. Those things where you need to know, or those things where you don't know, we go tell you. And the ones where you don't know, I think it's always okay for us to learn more. Okay, so ignorant of the law, like the only talk, it no be excuse. Feel free to call those numbers on your screen just in case you get questions for Barrister, you get contributions. As a matter of fact, I get some things that they do around the environment. We no jail. I don't the reason now. I want to take this matter up based on the fact that they infringe on top your privacy or your good moment. Call those numbers 08173147589 and of course 08105434984. Please feel free to add us up on Skype. You can see that for yourself at WAP TV, now be our Skype ID. Call us and definitely would like to see your face them this morning. Barrister, now it's not like Slimmy is trying to beef. Now there are some times that some people will be doing party around, maybe it's not on the streets, but maybe like the next compound, and their music will not make me sleep. Maybe I'm just trying to take a nap, or I just want to do my siesta, I just want to rest. And because of the bedu way then they bust for the other side, is that supposed to happen? Are they supposed to use their reggae to affect my own blues?
Telepathy they use, I don't even start because I think I want to talk now. Now I want to talk, then you just ask the question.
Oh, really? Thank God I didn't even, I didn't scope what you had.
See, that's another thing, that's another area. You see, there are two dimensions of that, and I like that question a lot. When you make noise, when your noise of probably even your bedu or probably your loudspeaker, your horn speaker, or what you are doing can cause issues. Then there's let's say the criminal aspect and then the civil aspect. The criminal aspect, okay, let me give you an example of what I'm trying to say. There was a time when I was somewhere in a worship place in England, and that day they had about 2 or 3 people. It's largely a black community worship center, and then so that day they had about 3 or 4 people that are whites who came in, and the community was quite happy. The church, the worship, white people and whatever. So after the thing, they went to them to say, welcome, we're so happy to have you here and what have you. I would like to see you again and whatever. And the church said, no, that actually they are from local authority. That they came because the neighbors were complaining that the noise
from the church was affecting them. Wow.
So actually they brought their own machine and sat inside because there's a way you can measure
check
decibels and whatever. Okay. So they brought it and what have you. And particularly, I know that place very well because inside that worship center, just like you have this studio now, they have 2 doors. One door into the itself, then that door will automatically close before you even enter the outer door.
Okay.
So that most times you can't even, if you are even at the outside inside the corridor, you can't even know what is inside going on inside the main auditorium. So that's why I said, okay, actually, I think the thing is okay, but probably you have to do more of community relations with your neighbors, because probably they don't know like what you're doing, probably the way you're parking, because we don't think. Now, there's that law aspect of the fact that if they say this noise level is high, if you do that, the government on so can come and effect the arrest or effect the stopping of that nuisance.
Okay.
Are you understanding? And it can be from just one of your neighbor who say, these people, they make this kind of noise. And if there are penalties that they have prescribed, that if your noise is this high, you pay this money, you pay that one. You pay it because you have offended the law. I get me. You have offended the law. But the other aspect and the civil aspect, if because of you, I'm having insomnia, I don't feel sleep well, and it's affecting my health, I can take you up in a civil court to say that I need you to pay me damages for what you are causing with your noise, because your noise is a nuisance to me. It's a private or public nuisance. I can't sleep, I'm old, or I have this kind of ailment or condition, and because of what you are doing and what have you. So it is that's why, and primarily it might be that it's just the DJ that is singing the song.
Okay, let's take Samuel from Lagos. Hello, Samuel. Good morning. Samuel. Hello. Okay.
Thank you. So it might be. So what happened? It might be that it is the DJ that is playing this, but the law will take it to the host. Whether the host of the party or the owner of the hotel or the owner of the
Actually, it was you that invited the DJ.
Because so it's to them, it's not so much about the noise from the DJ, but the noise that is caused by the host who invited the DJ. You know, so that's one thing that people don't. That's why. So it's not a sentiment that, even so much so that nowadays in some area they say don't play music outside. You know, you are a shop. We sell musical items, and you feel that you are justified because what you are selling, nobody will know.
If you don't market it,
if
I don't play the song.
And if law says that don't do that, that's you know, so that's about.
So if you do otherwise, you'll face the penalty. Okay, that's good. Thank you.
So the other aspect I wanted to say is that when it comes, when it comes to civil liability, be careful about things that you don't take. You take for granted, thinking that it doesn't matter again, or people will understand. So the issue of the food, the issue of those who are serving the food, the issue of even the bouncers, the people that you're inviting, and all of them make a lot of difference in terms of your party, your hosting, the slippery floor, the toilet facilities, and all those things. You might consider them about me manager or making a manager with me. Yes, they can manage, but to the extent that it doesn't cost them hot.
Okay, let's take Kelvin from Lagos. Hello, Kelvin.
Yeah.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
All right, please go on with your question. Turn down your volume.
Hello?
Turn down your volume.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah,
Good morning. Reduce your TV volume. Oh, sugar, what's wrong?
Okay, so to that extent, and then also for parents, when you're indulging your children, when you're asking them to host a party in at your home, yes, you see, look, the girl or the boy is 16, or she's 18, or is 18, or 21. These are for you monumental milestones or milestones for. So you want to have them to let's enjoy themselves. You see, the point is that at that level, once you want to have people in your home, whether it's their friend or not, you owe them the duty of care. You have to ensure that as a host, and in that sense, your child is still an underage, so you are more or less the host. When you are hosting people at 10 to their own 10, you know, you have people hosting almost every year 1, year 2, year. But whatever you're doing, just be sensitive to the law. And you know what? I keep saying it, that it has not happened before, that you have not heard of it. It's not a case for you to think that it can never happen. Are you getting me? So get that reality that yours is to put safety measures, to put preventive measures. It's not to scare you. But you see, those who are into it would tell you that the experience is not funny. You know, when you pay for insurances, it's not because you are expecting to have an accident immediately, but it's just that, God forbid, you don't even want it to happen.
Yeah.
But you pay for that premium so that in case at all it happens, that is I'm sorry. But more or less, we pray that it doesn't happen. The same way, learn this, hold this. You know, last week, somebody called me after the show and said they had an event in our home. They some brand went to the house to go and shoot. And they told this lady when they're going to shoot the thing that they're going to just about 20
Okay, let's
people.
take Gibson from Bini. Hello, Gibson. Gibson.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Please, I would like to ask a question.
All right, please go on.
The issue of parking. Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can.
Yeah, like for instance, if you are driving, and you want to park for maybe you have an issue and you want to park. Sometimes some people will interrupt you because they may be having a shop close to where you want to park, and thereby asking you not to park. I'm thinking that maybe whether it's right for you to give way for them, or maybe
We experience it a
that's
lot
what I
in
want to know.
No.
We experience that a lot in Lagos.
Yes.
Don't park there.
You see, the point is that as the road, as far as it's concerned, is a public place. If you have courtesy is like, okay, out of a sense of courtesy, as a sense of whatever. But except they have actually gone to the local government to go and ask that we want that place to be reserved for us. Otherwise, it's a public road. It's a public road. I mean, it happens a lot. People trying to lay claim to a portion of their road. That you see, it's your choice that you got that place. Because think that because you're on the roadside, but it doesn't stop people from parking their car.
Okay, let's take Issa. My boyfriend is calling back. Issa, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, good to have you again there.
Yeah.
Okay, so go on. Do you have questions now?
Yes, I have a question.
All right, there. Please go on.
Yes, just about the landlord and the tenant.
You have what?
A landlord and a tenant.
Okay, a landlord and a tenant. Okay.
Quickly.
Go on.
Quickly, because of time.
Okay, let's assume a landlord brought fan and keep it in front of a tenant's room, and suddenly rain fall, and discharge all the fan inside the tenant's room, transport everything inside. Is there any law that?
Yeah. Anytime.
The landlord pay everything.
Anytime. You see, the point I want to make about that is that, you see, every landlord watching me and tenants also watching me, I have to get the aspect of the law very well. Once a landlord gives a tenant a room or an apartment, the law requires that that landlord must seize or must give to that tenant the right of peaceable possession of that entity for that time that it has been spent for. So that no matter how much you think you own the house, the moment that space is paid for, that space becomes for that point in time the place of the tenant, and you must give that tenant the right to have peaceable possession, except there's something that is going on that might affect the entirety of the building. But you don't have the right to be going there, to be packing things, to be doing whatever. You don't try. But don't have, because I have some landlords who think that, having tenants in the house is almost akin to having students in the hostel. No, you don't have. It's not a hostel. It's a tenancy, and you have to probably have to go back to that issue at that point. But so please, you tenants also don't do things that will make the landlord feel that you are trying to debase or devalue the house, or probably are doing things to destroy the house. But once that is not going on, the landlord does not have the right to be coming and be making issue.
Okay, let's take Timothy. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
All right, please go straight to your question.
Yeah, sorry, I want to find out, is it right for a landlord to increase the rent, a shop rent, with 30%? Without notifying the tenant, because I informed him that I will be parking away from the shop. So unfortunately, I have the change of plan that I'm no longer parking away. So
He
Yeah.
now said because of the next, let's say inform me this week. The next week, I told him, okay, I'm no longer packing away from this thing. He said he has already collected money from another this thing that this blah blah blah. So later he said, okay, I can pay, but he's increasing it with another 30%, and I'm still going to pay another agreement and commission. So, and that's what I'm saying. Is it right?
Yeah. You see, Mr. Timothy, very, very simple. It depends on your terms of contract. If there's a term that says like once you disengage, if that is part of once you disengage from a tenancy, the contract is truncated. If you have to start that contract again, there's nothing wrong that he's doing to say that come and pay a new rent, come and have a new agreement. Of course, he's exploiting that aspect of,
because he wouldn't have said that if he didn't say it was.
But in terms of increase of rent, yes, the landlord and tenant, they have the right to come to a mutual agreement about increase, so long as within the reasonable and context of law. I get me. So there's nothing, because it's a commercial property. So there can always be, the tenancy is not about legality of government says you must not do this. There are certain aspects of law. But when it comes to commercial property, for house rent, it's like that. But when it comes to commercial property, it's strictly the landlord and the tenant. They have the right to agree, to disagree, to know what they want or what they don't want. So on that basis, you have to negotiate it out together.
Right, sir, did we finish?
I don't think I want to come back.
No, I know. I think we should. It's a wrap on this. If you have any question relating to legal service, they can just direct it to you.
Just write to me.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you again next week, Wednesday. Thank you.